right, Mike. So you just played Hikaru Nakamura 2 games. Tell me what it was like playing him, please. What was it like?
Well, basically, he knows all the lines, all the openings, so it's not like he's going to say, "Oh, I didn't see that." Are you kidding me? Every single line, every single open he plays, and like he's going with you, and he's like it's not like he's going to just wipe out every piece of like the lines. And it was going good, and it was really enjoyable. Everyone loved him here, and it was great to have him here. And I hope that he comes back because we had fun. And I hope you laughed because there were a lot of funny people he played. All right, that's it.
All right, we're here with the greatness, the great
Carlini.
Yes.
I tell you, that Nakamura, I don't know where he came from. I mean, I asked for a fridge. He gave me a fridge, and then it was like I got to stop playing the French. That's all there is to it. He was real nice. He helped a lot of people with their games after the game. And I don't know if you're going to include that, but he was real nice and gave his time for, he's just a friend of chess, promoting chess. And that's what great players do. And he's a great person for it. If more GMs would get out in the community, get chess going, we'd be, where would we be, Better than the Ruskies. I mean, did I have to bring that up? Sorry. But anyway, that's what I have to say, and he's a good player. What can you do?
Butcher here, so got to play Hikaru. So this was a rematch. I played him when I was 8 years old in Tennessee, and he smoked me then, and he pretty much smoked me now. I thought even he had me maybe in the first 6 moves. I thought he had like a Queen A4 check, and I was terrified, but it actually doesn't work. But I expected him to be good, watching his streams, watching his content, his YouTube videos, and you feel like, maybe if you have some opening prep, maybe you can maintain like an even game. But he's just so strong, he's just so well-rounded that he taught me something. In one Blitz game, he taught me something that about bishops and diagonals that I think I'll take with me for the rest of my games. But I'll be back to, I'll butcher him one day. It's just a matter of, situating myself mentally and being ready and focused. But he'll be mine.
Everything.
One more time, dude. All right, so
I'll post tonight on YouTube. Mike Bishop coming down from the Queen's
Okay,
side.
so no. Oh, you mean in the game against Nakamura?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
I forgot that game completely. I felt like I was maybe overmatched a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I wasn't really up to my usual stuff. You know what I mean? Like I was never in the game. Like had I gotten an attack, it would have been all over.
That's true.
But I never got an attack.
Yeah.
And it was all over for me. It was fun playing.
All right, I am here with National Master Carl the Crusher. You guys may have known him from the 2 Masters Hustling, but don't know the others on Master video. So Carl, you just played Hikaru, and tell me about the game. Tell me about the game and the opening and everything on this. What was it like? What was it like first playing? Yeah.
Everything I could want and more. I'm happy that he showed up. I'm happy I got to play someone who has done so much for the game. But he played in. Talking about the game specifically, he played into a line that I thought that my position was okay until probably A4, where I gave him an outside pass pawn. He took with the knight, and I thought that I would have enough counterplay with the rook, but it just turned out that that wasn't really the case. I thought my position would be equal if I once I got the bishop, but then obviously he doubled his rooks and it's a bit too much. But yeah, he even gave me the luxury to ask. Like he asked, what variation do you want to play into a specific line in the King's Indian. So obviously he was prepared for all of it. But yeah, I'm thankful that he showed up, and hopefully he comes back again to teach us some lessons.
Thank you, Carl. So Galan, you just played one of the most famous chess players in the world. What are your thoughts? What happened in the game? How'd you think you did?
In the game he earned 1 pawn, and I thought 1 pawn shouldn't be too bad. And then the 1 pawn in the end, the 1 pawn was probably a good reason why I lost. smallest little, this tiny little advantage can help him win. And by help, I mean a lot.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Anything you want to say to Hikaru?
It's all over. Thank you, sweetheart. You have any questions about the position?
Then now I am a pancake.
All right, we are here with the legendary one and only Duck, and I forgot to get his post-game reaction last week, so this is the week after he played Hikaru, and he's going to give us his thoughts and everything on the games he played that were posted first. So, Duck.
Okay, I played him 2 games last week. One was a spike, which I made a slight inaccuracy twice in that game. The first one I could have prepared something a little better. The second one, he won that pawn on G5, and after that even then I wasn't dead lost, but I was getting in trouble. And then once he got in there on the dark squares, it was all over. And that was in an end game too. So even in the end game, he was going to mate me in that situation. The second game was a French Tarrasch, and I was hoping to get him in a winner war, which would improve my chances slightly, not much, maybe 1%. You know, the game was okay. I played it all right for a while, and then I suddenly, as people who've seen the game saw, when he took that pawn on G6, it's all over. But if I had traded queens, he would have had the better ending because his rook would have been very active. But I looked at it later and I thought, the only pawn he can really win is the rook pawn, which is enough to win, but he has to give up his white. If I leave the pawn on a white square and defend it with my white squared bishop, then he has to take it with his white squared bishop, which is his best piece for my worst piece. So he's up a pawn that's theoretically winning, but I've got the better minor pieces now. Plus I have the knight file too, probably. So I would have counterplay for that. He'd still beat me, of course. I'm just giving my thoughts on it. We're really very blessed, this group of people that he has come by, you know. And well, I'm sure maybe we'll see him again in a few weeks, maybe next week, who knows. But if he never came back, it would still have been a great thing for us, and I hope for him and his site too.
Hey guys, Brian here, and yes, I think Duck said it best. We are truly blessed that Hikaru came, and if he never came back again, it would still be great. But guess what? He came back again. I am happy, so happy to report he did come back. You guys are probably watching this Monday, right? So he came back yesterday, and I don't want to spoil what happened, but if you guys enjoyed what happened, like the last week of crossover games from both channels, if you guys enjoyed that, you will enjoy what we filmed on Sunday. And there's one game in particular, I don't want to spoil who it is, but it made the crowd go crazy. It will make you go crazy. And there's just some other twists and turns that we played in the games, and I just can't wait to show you. But I just want to point out that we're not going to kind of show it all in a row like we did last week. We'll kind of start showing our regular stuff and then mix it in, sort of like what Hikaru's doing to his channel. And I think that'll be the way to go. But it's going to be amazing, and I know you guys will enjoy it. So sub here if you haven't, sub to Hikaru's channel if you haven't as well. And just want to give a shout out to Hikaru again. Thank you so much for coming. Not only the first time, but the second time as well. It's what an honor, and I'm so glad the boys got to play him in the first time, as well as everyone who got to play Hikaru in the second go around as well. And what an honor, what a privilege, and it's so great to hear all the post game interviews, and you could just see the joy on their faces, you know. And I think Carlini also said it best. It's like if more GMs did this, reached out in the community, it would be so good, just for the game itself and everything. I mean, yeah. So just a suggestion to any of the famous GMs watching this. So. All right, that's about it, and I hope you guys enjoyed all of the post game interviews, and I hope you guys enjoyed this great news. And thanks. I will see you guys tomorrow.